If you clicked this video, that means one, you either really want to know some tea, or two, you really want to know who Cheryl Nkosi is. So welcome to my channel. My name is Cheryl Nkosi, and today I'm going to be exposing myself. Now, this is a video to my younger self. A video that I believe my sisters, my friends, anybody who's younger than me deserves. This is a video for anybody who's yet to go through the absolutely amazing experience that is high school or even university. And I believe it's important. It's absolutely important for somebody to address these things, especially in the Zimbabwean context, or even just the African context. So I'm going to be speaking to you guys about, I think, 4 things. I'm looking down at my phone because I noted them down. The first thing that I would say is stand up for yourself. So, in as much as I'm a very assertive person, when I was in high school, even to this day I still do this sometimes, I believed that the most important thing was to have good relationships with my friends, my family, anybody around me. So if somebody said something that I didn't quite agree with, something that I didn't like, I would let it go. I didn't stand up for myself enough. I, as a result, ended up in a very unhealthy, codependent friendship, which took so much out of me to the point where I became the friend that I didn't want to be. I was now unavailable emotionally. I was unavailable literally. And I would say that if you find yourself in a space, in a headspace where you're surrounded by people that don't add to your spirit, to your growth, and you don't do the same for them, you don't have any business being in each other's lives. And I say this because as you grow older, you realize that it doesn't matter how many friends you have. What does matter is the quality of the friends that you do have. So when you stand up for yourself, that means you stand in your truth. You stand for who you really are. And if you don't stand up for anything, you always fall for everything. It's very important to be earnest in the things that you do. And part of being an earnest and honest person is maintaining friendships and relationships that are good for you. The second thing is believe in yourself. Oh dear Cheryl, believe in yourself. This one, I would say, first of all, starts off with my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, I've been on YouTube since 2010. And I started off doing music actually on my YouTube channel. And I had a little bit of an audience, a little bit of a following from my Facebook at the time that would also visit my YouTube. And when I got to my new school, in high school, that's when I started my YouTube channel. And as my YouTube channel started to grow, I became very nervous. I became anxious. If you guys can hear the background, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, I started to get nervous and anxious, like, what are these people going to think of me? I don't want people to look at me like, oh, that's the YouTube girl, which in retrospect is not a bad thing at all. At all. It was just, I guess, I was can these people just stop for like 10 minutes so I can record? So, as I was saying, I just in retrospect, it wasn't a bad thing at all. I just wasn't ready to deal with any negative feedback because, as I said, I was in a new school and I was dealing with being the new girl. I was dealing with, you know, how fragile the mind can be, considering I had come from a very traumatic place before I got into my new school. My headspace was not the best, and as a result, I didn't really believe in who Cheryl was and who Cheryl could be. Now, this goes to anybody who's struggling with whatever creative process they want to share with the world but feel they're going to be judged for it. It's okay to take your time, but believe in yourself, because there might be just that one person who can change your life by sharing whatever it is that you're there to offer. Like, whatever it may be, music, fine art, even YouTube, content creation, whatever it is that you are passionate about, believe in yourself, believe in the process of what it is that you can offer. Because again, that one person may change your life. That one person may even be able to offer help where they think or they believe that you're lacking. And from that space, you can grow immensely, and your YouTube channel, your art, your music, whatever your process may be, can grow from 0 to 1,000, not even 100. I skipped 100 because I believe when you believe in yourself and you are authentic, your work speaks for itself. I would also say, when it comes to me on a personal level, I would advise my younger self to believe in herself in terms of her abilities academically. Again, as I said, I've been coming from a very fragile place, and as a result, I was almost very blasé about things. I was nonchalant about my work, not because I didn't actually care, but because I didn't believe I could do it. I came from a place that taught me that you can't do it, that you'll always be at the bottom, and if you can do it, you're not going to come out on top. And by the time that I realized that I could do it, I was now in my final year of high school. It took me more than 2 years to reach that point where I was like, okay, Cheryl, you can do this. You're actually smart. And you can be at the top of your game. You can be at the top at whatever you put your mind to. And as a result, I ended up passing my A levels. I ended up going to an amazing university. I graduated with 2 degrees from South Africa and Australia for my undergraduate. And for my postgraduate studies, I also graduated with 2 degrees from Australia and South Africa. And from then, I ended up getting a scholarship to my master's. So coming from a student who was not believing in herself, who gave the bare minimum just so she could have a report to take home, to being the student who's now, you know, in graduate school with a scholarship to a master's, believing in yourself can do so much for you. And to my little sisters who are struggling with this, believe in yourself. You never know who's going to be there watching. You never know who's going to be there wanting to help you. Even I can help you if you reach out. I'm willing to help. I mean, I'm that person. I'm very easygoing. If you want help, you need help, you just want someone to talk to about this, I am a good example. I am a living example of how believing in yourself can make such a huge difference. The third thing is to put in more effort with school, which I already touched on. I went from 2 into 3. But yeah, I feel like to my younger self, I'd say put more effort into school. and your schoolwork, and even anything related to school, extracurricular activities, PE, that kind of stuff. I mean, with cultural activities, I was there. I was debate president, I was the public relations officer in Interact. I did lots of things, hey? But I just stopped caring when it came to sport because I'd been laughed at, literally. And that experience really put me off because I got to my new school and I was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna put in a bit of effort. I did trials for everything, and the one time that I did put in all my effort and I was ready to go at athletics, I fell, I grazed both my elbows, and instead of people helping me, they laughed. And that just put me off. And it's kind of funny that, I became that person and that I gave up on sport, because for those people who do know me in my personal life, I was the kid who was doing everything in junior school. I won the Victrix Lador, which is pretty much the all-rounders female athlete, and I have a record that I set at my school that still hasn't been broken, and it's been well over a decade. So again, put in more effort with school. It doesn't matter if people aren't there to cheer you on. You cheer yourself on. The last thing would be, you don't need to be in committed relationships at all. What I was doing, messing around with boys before I was 21, I can't give an answer for. I mean, I guess because there was so much happening, so much chaos happening around me, I felt like it was needed. I felt like, okay, sure, I'm grown up enough, I've experienced so much, so I can handle boys. But in reality, if you're in high school, even university, there's no need to be committing yourself to boys and relationships. Because the thing is with women generally, we are so nurturing naturally, and now this boy may have his own issues at home, and whatever he's bringing from home, you're carrying it with you, right? And now you're carrying on this role of supportive girlfriend, and now you're slacking in school because you're worrying about him. Oh, what is my boyfriend doing? Is he okay? His parents are starving him, they're beating him, and now his grades are slipping. Is he even going to sleep tonight? Girl, please. There's absolutely no need, and I can't stress this enough. There's absolutely no need for anybody to be dating. Unless it's casually, by all means, you can date casually. But there's no need to be dating and committing to relationships in high school. If you want to hang out with boys, talk to them, sure. Keep it casual, keep it fun. It's okay to get to know, other people in high school. But to then sit and make yourself a missus. Where's the ring? Where's the ring? So now you're making yourself a missus, and his parents don't even know you. They don't even know you from above. So, and even if they do know you, they don't take you seriously. And even if they do take you seriously, there's no, if you can give me 20 reasons, not even 25 reasons as to why you're dating and committing to full-blown relationships in high school, I will buy you lunch. There's no need. Ask me. I found that dating and committing myself to relationships in high school contributed to a great deal of trauma and stress. And I didn't need any of that stress at my age. And even now that I'm in my 20s, I'm like kind of, I'm not necessarily in a state of trauma now, but I think back to it and I'm like, if I hadn't dealt with this, if I hadn't committed myself to a relationship with this person or with these people, I would probably be better off. There's so many things that you just don't need to experience. You just don't need to. You don't need to have gone through something to know that it's not good for you. You don't need to test out everything that life has to offer you just so you can say you've lived life. To say that you have a life well lived. No. In life, sometimes you have to protect your peace. And yeah. And everything that I'm saying goes both ways. So everything I said is not just for my girls, it's even for my guys out there. Like, there's no need for you to be taking care of any little girl's heart who has her own issues, her own traumas before you even get into her life. There's no need. There's no need. But yeah, that's my truth. I've exposed myself, and I hope this video helps somebody. And for those of you who relate, leave a heart. Thank you for watching. Bye.